Look at that. I even pressed record already. Are you proud of me, Drect?
Building downtown. Building downtown. Building downtown. Building downtown.
Hey, yo, it's The Building Downtown. Don't forget to follow us on social media at The Building DT. You can subscribe and follow our shows on YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, wherever you get your podcasts from. I'm your host, Jason Kelly. You can follow me at JKellyMMA. Joined as usual by Kirill Kasatskiy and Amy Barton. You can follow Kirill at Apostle Raps, Amy at Ames Bell. And we're back to the KOTD thing. We had a couple shows where we went away, but don't worry, we're right back covering KOTD Grand Prix 2020. Doing a recap of round one today with all four divisions. We got a guest in here who can shed lots of light on this. He also has a book coming out called My Life as a Bar. He's a model on Getty Images. You can buy him and Poison Pen images, pen him up on the wall, whatever you like. It's my main man, Drect. How you doing, my friend?
What's cracking, what's shaking, what's hopping, what's going down. We in here. I'm ready to recap this thing. Appreciate y'all for having me back. I listened to a couple of you guys' episodes. I'm ready.
Good. I'm glad. Now, where do we start? This is the thing. I didn't even talk to my co-host about this. I think we go back to Cali. We start the West. We start where everything started here. We start with the battles there. Kind of go over who had the best rounds, who had the best battles. Maybe if there was any fucked up judging, to talk about some things like that. So let's start.
You don't want to start with a fresh one? I wanted to start with a fresh one.
You want to start with a fresh? You want to go north first?
Yeah, I want to start with the last one. Why not? It just happened, right?
All right. Let's go with what Krill says. Speak on it.
I was gonna ask your opinion. What do you think of the? Obviously, right? I'm gonna come up with the cheesy shit. But what do you think? What do you think of the real deal battle? Do you think he lost? In your opinion?
In all fairness, my immediate reaction was, of course, I didn't have like a judge's scorecard with a breakdown. I was just watching it. My immediate reaction was, this shit is dead even. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I felt like times, and this is off of one live watch, I felt like times took the first round. Real Deal definitely took the second round. And the third was just like up for debate. But then, talking to people, they were arguing about the first round and shit. So I just got confused, and I was like, damn, that was a good-ass battle. I didn't really... Yeah, I didn't really have... Like, sometimes when I'm not at a battle, I watch it with a less critical eye, and it allows me to just sit back and enjoy it. Mm-hmm. So, I was in full fan mode, and I was like, damn, that was good. I don't know who won. And I wouldn't have been mad if either one got it, but at the same time, though, if you guys noticed, Times kind of like cried and broke down when they announced that he won. And that kind of, like, I felt really good about that decision. Like, you saw how much it meant to him. And not that it wouldn't have meant nothing to Real Deal, but Real Deal, his spot is solidified. And I feel like that meant a lot for Times. And that was just like, you can't, it's hard to make moments like that. You know what I'm saying?
That is exactly why I started with this question, right? Because he is the champ and the underdog prevailed again, or you know what I mean, advanced again. And, some people were bitching about the judging, but I would have given it the Real Deal, but I agree on it being a very, very close battle.
I thought Real Deal just smoked him. I was shocked. Like, no, it wasn't like a frack thing.
He smoked him in the second round. Second round, he did smoke him. There's no argument there.
I thought he did
first
for
and
sure.
Third are.
But Quest McCody, he actually made me second think things. Monday morning, I was reading something he posted in the KOT Talkback forum. He was elaborating on the whole the North Division and each battle that went down and the performances from the battlers. And like he said, when it comes to Times and Real Deal, that it's a matter of preference. Just because they're come with such different material and different approaches and stuff. So when he said that, I was like, yo, and he also pointed out, I think it was like 52 to 48 for Real Deal for the fan voting, which says something right there, right? That's super close. But yeah, me watching it one take on the Twitch stream, I'm like, fucking, obviously Real Deal has this. And when he didn't, I was like, what the fuck's going on here? But yeah, 14 hours later or so, I saw Quest post, and I was like, I'm an asshole. I shouldn't have spoke on that so heavy.
I've also heard things like Real Deal was more personal, more battle rep oriented, and
you've heard things. That's what you were saying.
Well, I will say this, right? So let me put something in perspective for you guys, because this is when I realized it. When Bricks battled Family Man, because of Bricks' third round, I realized that everybody who either didn't have a crazy energy or wasn't punching back to back was going to be at a disadvantage. And I didn't think that all the battlers would realize it until the second round started, right? So I think that some people, depending on how the judges saw it, they might have felt like, because Real Deal, I feel like he's a master angler, right? And even though his whole second round was an angle, the lines within that angle were back to back. But his whole battle wasn't like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I actually thought, like you said, you thought that Real Deal was smoking him. I actually thought Real Deal started off slow. Like, I wasn't a big fan of his first round. You know what I'm saying? So after the first round was over, my reaction was like, damn, Times put so much pressure on Real Deal. Real Deal has to win the second. And then when Real Deal came with that, I was like, oh, shit, it's dead even. That was how I felt going into the third. You know?
I'm on Team U. That's right.
I can't wait till we can rewatch these battles because I mean, Drect, you know just as well as I do, probably even better, right? That you watch something live, even if you watch it on camera, like Twitch is camera the first time, but you watch something a few more times as time goes on. You start seeing things, even with Diz and Frack. Just not even being able to watch it again, but thinking back because there's so many people talking on it. We were talking with Sharon about it the other day, and the people we've talked to. Plus, I see other battlers and people who are legit fans who their opinion matters on social media talking about stuff. And it's like, fuck, did Diz actually win? Was it closer? Is it like the rearview mirror looking back is closer than it appears?
Do you have any insights on that yet? Are we gonna get any previous battles soon?
It's been spoken about, but to be 100% honest with you, I don't know. I don't know when the battles are gonna drop. I know they're probably gonna try to do a special rollout for it, but I don't know what that entails.
That's what I was gonna say. Are they getting ready like a package? Are they getting like a package ready? You know what I mean? And the end of it all is gonna be like a little specials or something. That's why they're holding him back, or is this a secret too?
As soon as I know and I get the green light, I'll message you guys so y'all can talk about it because none of us know.
I'm just trying to pull something out of you. You know what I mean?
Well, if I knew. Right. Now, if I knew, I'd be like, I know, but I ain't saying shit yet. But I really don't know.
Well, Mr. MMA, I feel like we're in a Fight Pass situation where they're going to keep their library and go to a tier subscription later on for the back content.
I will say this, even though I think the like some of the fans might be mad as hell. I do think the subscription-based stuff, especially with something that's getting this much coverage and this many views, makes a lot of sense business-wise, but I also think marketing-wise, if we put out certain battles before the tournament wraps up, I know that it will just probably a couple thousand more people will probably be in attendance for the stream. So I can see both sides of it.
Mm-hmm. If it was your call, would you start putting out some of them on YouTube before making a final decision if it's going to be like a subscription-based thing in the end?
Or even just allowing the replay on Twitch. It doesn't even have to be YouTube.
Sure.
I think if it was my call, I'd probably make it available to rewatch for like a couple hours on Twitch. But I know Twitch has stuff that I wasn't really familiar with until this tournament came around, like the subscription thing, and so I'm unclear as to exactly how long you can watch it back for. But I've heard some people like an hour or two after it's over, they're still able to replay it. I don't know if that's everybody. But I'd probably leave it up for like 12 hours. And then I'd probably put out, like after every round, I'd probably put out the highlight battles. Like the most popular battles that everyone was talking about. I'd probably put those out before the start of every round. Which they might do. I don't know.
I mean, I think a 12-hour theoretical designation would be fair because, for the most part, the most of the people I've seen bitching, and of course, you're just always going to have tons of people bitching, but the most that I see is like, some of us work on Sundays. It's not people like 6 days later that are giving that big a fuck. It's like, I was on the road. Can I watch it in 3 hours? So even if it's a tiny window, like same day, I think that would be like really helpful, like you were saying, to even get people roped in before the end of the entire tournament. So
I will say this though, right? And of course, you don't want people doing this illegally and redistributing the content or anything like that. But it's 2020. There's a whole bunch of technology that will allow you to be able to watch it back if you so choose.
Oh, somebody's jacking it for sure. It's gonna happen.
Diz and Frack were in
even if you're not putting it back up, but if you're just Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Dizenfrack were on YouTube an hour after that battle ended. So,
Yeah, well, I don't approve of that. The bootleg.
I'm not
but,
saying it's
if
approvable.
you-
I'm just saying it's happening.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
anyway,
but like we all have a record on our iPhone. If you can't watch the whole thing, you can set your iPhone up and put it in the corner and then come back 20. These battles aren't that long. You know what I mean?
Side note, the
go
North
ahead.
bracket was a nice clip though, right? Like that was like what 2.5 hours. It was so fast and nice.
Yeah, I think the funny thing is people are realizing that. I think we spoke about this the first time. We put it together very fast. We put the whole tournament together really fast once everybody was on board. So we've been improving every week. Like I knew by the second round, all the kinks would be ironed out. But as far as like production and everything, like I feel like we've done a really good job as a team of fixing everything that went a little awry or addressing issues that fans have had. And I feel like it's getting tighter and tighter every week.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's not even tighter and tighter, honestly. Like the very first one, the West Coast bracket, we were all like, for anybody that's watched a live event in its entirety, we were all like, wow, this thing's flying. And then like the two in the middle weren't terrible, but it was just kind of like, okay, this is what we're used to. Like this is how long live events were. And then the last one was like, whoa, that was lightning quick. And it's hard sometimes because like depending on what you're filling the space with, sometimes like the music and the interviews and everything are great, but then sometimes it's like, many moons ago, if you got dirtbag Dan drinking on camera for 35 minutes because somebody's fucking late, then that's no fun either.
Right.
So, but this last one just kind of flew through. But before we get too far away from, if we're recapping here, we talked about the travesty on this one, which wasn't really a travesty. My big question is for you, when you see like a Shoddy and a Gage and those kind of third rounds, do you just go, man, it is what it is, that shit happens, or does that hurt your heart a little bit watching that?
Nah, it hurts my feelings, man, because like I feel like as all y'all know, I'm super invested in battle rap, and I like genuinely want to see everybody do good, and I want to see in something like where everything is judged, I want to see people go down swinging. You know what I mean? I can tell you that like certain rappers after these battles have been hurt, like depressed looking at. You know what I'm saying? And like it means that much to them. But also a piece of me is like in competition, shit happens. Like everybody can't be perfect, and that's the beautiful thing about a competition like this is you can't predict how people are going to do and what's going to happen. Like I obviously prefer no chokes, but what can you do? And I think honestly it helps us like. The way battle rap is set up right now, I look at it as more of a showcase, not a competition, because most of the battles aren't judged, right? And I look at something like the Grand Prix, like, okay, this is the tournament aspect. I mean, this is the competition aspect of battle rap that we've been missing, and you can kind of see who's more
This is the playoffs.
of a showcase person and who's more of a competitor in the way they're handling these battles. You get that? So I think we're learning that, like, okay, maybe when you put Gage on a certain stage and put him in a certain light against a certain type of opponent and create a certain type of environment, that's where he'll shine the best. When you throw someone like Clone in a tournament, that's where he shines the best. So I think it's about getting to know all these guys. And honestly, this hasn't been the most competitive era of battle rap previous to these streaming deals and these tournaments. So maybe this is an attribute that a lot of battlers didn't have, that they're adding that notch to their belt as we go along, or this is their first time gaining that experience to be able to come back next year or whenever and say, okay, I got it now. So it hurts a little bit. Like I think sometimes you got to get your ass whooped, to learn how to fight. So.
Yeah, that tournament style, like you said, that some guys, the era we're in and everything else, and some of these guys aren't used to that. That's why when it was first announced, all the divisions were announced, not even the matchups, but the people in them. I'm looking at it saying, oh, Thesaurus, oh, Marv, certain guys, it's like, oh, they're built for this shit, right? Other guys, not so much. As Amy and you were talking about there about Gage and Shoddy P and chokes and stuff like that. Bounce to the south real quick. This is like a two-part question. What were your thoughts when Carter Deems got on late replacement? and what were your thoughts
Aw.
after his performance? Because our hearts were fucking broken, right? How did you feel? You're the captain of that team. I know you must have a special spot in your heart for Carter, like all of us. So, like I said, two parts. Leading up, what were your thoughts, expectations, whatever, and afterwards, what were your thoughts?
All right, so I'll tell you guys like this, right? So when I first, because I'm competitive as hell, like even in this whole like division leader thing, I'm competitive. I want everybody to do good, but I'm like, yo, I want my shit to be the best. You know? So I spent a lot of time talking to all the battlers and just making sure they're prepared, talking to them about like, yo, I don't like listening to people's material before the battle because I like to have an unbiased reaction, but really just being like, make sure your head is in the right place, make sure you're aggressive, make sure you look towards the camera, stuff like that. And I felt like everybody was super ready. And when the Oops had dropped out, I was like, oh my God, why couldn't he do this like a week in advance? You know what I mean? But he still was trying to do the battle. That's why he waited so long. But my initial reaction is I felt so bad for Clone because I'm like, Clone has been putting in work for years, and I'm like, imagine somebody finally puts you on a stage where you have the ability to become like a star overnight, and this is your opportunity. You're super prepared. And from talking to him, I know like he was super ready to go from day one. He was prepared. And just to get that, I felt like it was stripped away from him. And I felt super fucked up, even though it wasn't my fault. But I felt like, I was responsible because it was my division.
But
so then when he got Carter, go ahead.
No, so I was gonna say, do you really think it was stripped away from him though? Because I kind of brought it up with Sharon too, and we were saying, is it a buddy still? And yeah, it is because they had the same amount of time to prepare, right? Because the material the Clone used could not be used for anybody else.
But you got to think about, like, obviously now I don't feel like it was stripped away from him. But like at the time where I got the news that we were gonna have to change his opponent, I felt like that because we all know there's.
I see. Sorry, I got you wrong. Yeah. I thought you were talking about post battle that he didn't get the battle. You know what I mean?
Nah. Hell no.
I think Clone came through. He worked great under pressure, man. He literally bust out of his shell. I've never, you know what I mean? I didn't expect that.
Yeah, and that's the type of person. What I'm saying, like I've seen him in battles on bullpen and stuff like that before, but I've never seen him with this much on the line, and I felt like he upped the ante. You know what I mean? But yeah, at first when Carter, and I was like, oh my God, now you got to put him against Carter. He's gonna be saying stuff about cats. He's gonna be saying all types of shit. And I was just like, yeah, that's not like anybody that's a quote unquote street battler gets put up against one of these quote unquote backpack goofy guys. Yeah. It's usually all bad. You know what I mean? Because it takes someone to have a special type of versatility to be able to deal with somebody like Carter. So, but honestly, at the face-off, when Clone came with the cat food and all that stuff, I was like, oh, he's prepared. And I asked him. The funny thing is when I first called Clone and I said, yo, man, like, are you ready for this shit? He was like, I will be. He was like, mind you, he had 3 days to prepare. The whole first day, he's like, I'm not going to write. I'm like, what do you mean you're not going to write? And he's like, well, usually I spend a day watching my opponent, and then I'll start writing the next day. And I'm like, you're crazy. So you're going to bring it from 3 days to 2? And he was like, yeah, man, trust me, I got it. So like a day and a half later, because I didn't want to bother him, I called him back, and he's like, yeah, I'm done. I'm ready. I'm good.
You know what, though?
Like,
I've seen 50 say this.
Holy shit.
I've seen 50 Cent say this in one of his interviews that some of his greatest material was written on the spot. You know what I mean? So when you feel, I mean, this couldn't have been freestyled, obviously, but he, you know what I mean? He's seen the challenge, he felt the spark, he gave it a day to think, and he just fucking went in.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, man, you dangle that money, and it's like you ever see like the shit on when the fat person's on the treadmill and they have the sandwich on like a fishing pole and they're trying to get it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you dangle money in someone's face and they become the treadmill guy. You know what I'm
Dangling saying? Dangling a carrot is the expression you're looking for.
Oh, I saw that. They used to do that to Bugs Bunny on the old Looney Tunes cartoons.
So wait a minute. So throughout all of it, what I'm hearing you say is, after you gave Carter so much shine last time I asked you about him in a tournament format, that you knew he was coming in when we talked to your ass last, huh?
I think I either knew or I just found out. I don't know. It had to be like, oh no. You're right. Yeah, I did know.
Yeah.
I knew. I knew. Yeah.
All right, I hear you.
I messaged you.
But yeah, I can't lie, yo. I felt bad for Carter after. And you know what's funny is there's a couple other people that we were thinking about giving that last spot to, and I think they were all at home like, God damn, thank the Lord I didn't get that call. You know what I'm saying?
Can you tell us who they were?
That because I don't want to put that on. I don't want to put that on anybody. You know.
And then the rumors start. This person's ducking that person, and yeah.
This dude is scared.
He's scared. He's pussy.
Wait.
Want to stand for 3 of these?
Since you have information, and I want to be very, very clear.
Do I?
Well, do you? I didn't say you were going to share some information, but yes, you've got it. No, but
okay.
and let's be very clear here. I'm not asking for you to share anything that you shouldn't share. I'm asking this from a perspective of I haven't seen anything, and I've been actually very busy myself. With all of the well wishes going toward Jonai, has anybody said, or he himself publicly said, I know it's something medical. Has anybody said what is going on, or is there like a GoFundMe, or is it just there's no information?
No, I don't think it's anything like that. What I heard was, he had in the King of the Dot Facebook group, the Talkback group, I think one of his close friends had put a generic message out there, you know, like he's unable to be a part of this. But from what I heard, there was some type of accident that happened, and it physically affected him, and he had to go to the hospital, get checked out, and like it was to the point where like he couldn't like get in a battle and move around.
Oh no!
You know what I mean? Like he wouldn't physically be able to perform. You know what I mean? So I don't think he was like in ICU or anything like that, but I think it was something like he physically couldn't move around. Is what I heard.
That sucks. I mean that sucks, and like get well soon and all that. On a side note, before we move to the bracket, have you heard anything about Twerk? Because I saw the GoFundMe early, and I heard a lot of talk early on, and it just kind of died out.
No, I'm not sure. I sent him a message. He didn't respond, but I saw that him and Ace Armin are hosting like the URL Kings vs Queens like party at some club. So I mean, I assume he's out the hospital.
Okay.
Yeah.
Another thing we saw in the South, which was a great addition, is Ack Baby, and he was around in the East too, and for the North. That's you're the reason he's part of this.
Yeah, man. Ack is one of my best friends in the world, and I don't know if y'all know, but he used to battle. Time.
Yeah, KOTD and stuff.
Yeah, in the beginning of KOTD, he did his thing. And he just kind of fell back and retired. But I know from him being my friend that he's hilarious.
Is he ever?
And I know he does not work for King of the Dot.
Of course. And well, he might now.
He should.
Right.
Yeah, no. So after he was I told him to come up here for my battle. And then I said, you know what, while you're here, we might as well throw you on camera, because after seeing Lush host and then get on the computer and answer the questions, I was like, I don't want to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I like to walk around and talk to people during the event and stuff. I don't want to have to host and then go sit in a seat for 40 minutes and then go host again. I'd rather, and I was like, you know what, maybe it would add to the production value. So I asked him to do it. He said, yeah, and he kind of freestyled the first one. And then he kind of got a little more prepared for the second one. Then he's able to interview Ice-T at Immortal Technique and stuff. So he was more hyped about that. Then they asked him to host the Detroit one. So yeah, I mean, I don't know if he's gonna do every single one, but whenever he can or whenever King of the Dot calls on him, like he'll definitely do it.
We really hope so, because he brings a lot to the overall product, the final product. He's definitely worth it. I mean, I don't think they're giving him a 6-figure contract. That's not really numbers that work in battle rap, but you know what I mean? If it works for him, he's available, and his travel's getting paid or whatever he desires, he's happy with it. He definitely adds something to the overall product So that's a great play on your part, putting him in there. You spoke on Ice-T.
I got a question.
What's up?
Yeah, we all got questions. Great, go.
Yeah. So real quick, do y'all have any constructive criticism for Ice? Because he's gonna listen to this, and I want him to know what the true fans think about him.
I'll tell you right now.
What can he work on, and what do you like?
When I first saw him and in the South, and he kept repeating, "I don't work for King of the Dot," I was like, that's a bad look. It seemed like every time he'd say that and kept repeating it, it was like he was trying to separate himself from King of the Dot. I was like, it came off weird, but it was funny in the end. Other than that, I got no, and that's not even an issue. You know what I mean? It just came off weird because he stressed it so much. But other than that, I love him, and it's such he seems so natural there. You know what I mean? He's not trying to set up these questions and this and that. Like, he just seems like he's just chilling, have a conversation, and the energy and excitement he brings, he seems like a fan that's at their first battle ever. I love that.
Yes, dude.
I love that.
We've had lengthy conversations about how much we love Ak. I will say that the one thing that I noticed, and this is a super inconsequential thing, but I definitely noticed it. And I was talking to Jason about it. Other than the "I don't work for King of the Dot" thing, which obviously I mentioned, is that there was a moment.
He knows that.
There was a moment, and more than one moment, but the one that stuck out to me, I believe, when he was talking to Ice-T, and this may be more of a production thing than an Ak thing, but there was a hot minute or a few minutes there where he's sitting there anybody wants to be in that hot seat, and the people watching want to hear what Ice-T is going to say, because this dude's just giving everybody their shine. He's loving this shit, right? And Ak is 3 minutes in, and he's looking at the screen or the stream or his phone, and it was like that for quite some time. And I remember messaging Jason, and I was like, bruh, if you're sitting next to Ice-T asking all these questions, are you going to pay attention to him or what's in front of you? And I don't think it's a bad thing, but I was just that was a weird thing. That's
it's funny. We actually talked about that, and you guys might not be able to tell there, but he's doing that because he can see the Twitch stream, and you know how fast those comments go because there's so many people logged in. He's trying to catch all the things the fans are saying, so he can throw back some fan requests or some fan questions.
So that's why I'm saying production thing. Maybe you have a Ruin Your Day guy there monitoring the chat when you've got somebody in the house like that, so you can be hey, we got to chat, Fly Out Chase or somebody who works with their crew that knows that, or whoever that can be hey, we got a perfect fan question for Ice. And so that's why I said probably production, but that really struck me that I was bruh, all these people are looking at you being you can't even act like you're listening to Ice-T. Come on, man.
Okay.
If you have any input in production
criticism for
I honestly was gonna say the same thing about the phone. That's the only thing I've noticed. Other than that, I love the energy.
Yeah, he's dope.
I definitely love him better than the thumbnail and the fucking MP3 playing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
14 seconds of B-Dot song over and over and over again. That's not a knock on B-Dot. I said on many shows already, but that was brutal.
When he came in, it was great. That's what I'm saying. I've noticed him staring at the phone when he was interviewing Immortal, right? That's when I cut on, but that's the only thing that I can say, right? Other than that, the energy is great, and I was saying from the beginning that it was supposed to be some sort of a show. I don't know if I was telling Kelly there should be some rappers performing, even if it's rappers that are battle rappers, you know what I mean, or some sort of celebrities coming through, which actually happened later on. So I love everything that's going on right now, and Ag's doing a great job. I was just saying that they should go more towards of a show in terms of a presentation, right? And when you have dead time, have a rapper performing, or Ice-T came through or some shit, something exciting happening instead of a thumbnail on the song, right? That's what I mean. And it moved on to that now.
I'll tell y'all right now, Poison Pen, bringing Technique, and Ice-T. Put all of us under pressure. Now I'm going to have to try to do something. I don't even know what I'm going to do yet.
We need somebody. You represent the South. Bring in Andre Benjamin or some shit.
I have to be the one to ask.
I wish. I'll try.
I wish too.
Wait, first of all, I'm sure there are plenty of people you could pull. Come on now.
Listen, Ice-T, no one expected him. You know what I mean? There's people that you could be like, oh, well, I can see how he watches battle rap or have been to battle raps before. But Ice-T was oh my God, I'm going to have to get it.
And I'm sure
Elizabeth was
Penn's
fine.
Rolodex is probably big. He was probably, I could get this guy or this rapper or this celebrity or that. And it's like, nah, I'm hitting him with Ice-T. Like, what? Where the fuck did that come from? That was
But it
Yeah,
was
really
definitely a good look,
exactly.
though.
Well, Ice-T was dope because even though you don't know him as someone who watches battles, that was like
Mhm.
probably one of his first times going to a battle. So you
Mhm.
got the genuinely excited, oh my God, this is new to me reaction from him, which I thought was really cool to see, you know?
Yeah.
That was the best part.
But
Like, I love Ice-T, but like he was like a kid on Christmas morning, legit.
right, right.
Yeah,
I'm
the
gonna try
verbal
something.
acrobatics and all that shit he was pushing there.
Yeah.
I
Right,
also want to
right.
say, before we get too far away from this, one positive thing about Ak, and I think you guys framed this the opposite way earlier, was that while it's gotten more polished, I actually kind of enjoyed the first one when he was there, when he was kind of like on the fly and hadn't done it. Like, I love that he was so chill, but still so good at it that like it wasn't all perfect, that he was just like unnatural. I actually like that better than the polished version.
Well, you know, that's because it was the Silk division and we're the best, so it just naturally came off like that.
I mean,
You know,
anyway.
you know?
He's humble and great.
But yeah, man, I think that you know, I know I'm gonna hear this, but you know, I'm doing everything I can just to make sure not only that when my division comes back around, that when I'm helping everyone else with their divisions, that you know, we just listen to all the constructive criticism and all the good feedback and use that as much as we can. So that's why I'm asking.
Well,
Yeah.
speaking of that, though, like, obviously organic needs no external help from anybody. But, I think some of us were surprised to see y'all traveling around after your own division. Moving forward, do you have a picture of what that looks like? Or is who, like, you, Penn, Lush, what's happening?
No, we kind of just did it randomly and made it happen. It's like we just want to show some type of unity. I feel like there's a lot of people just doing their own thing in battle rap, and we think not only was it a great time for a competition, it was a great time to show that a lot of people that you don't always see on camera with each other all the time, you know, that we actually speak a lot and we're all working in unison. We're really trying to get that point across. So
I mean, it was
that's
dope
what it
seeing
is.
all three of you on camera together.
Yeah, man, it was. I didn't really think about it when we were there, but like looking back at the pictures, I was like, damn, you know, you can see old pictures of us looking all young and shit. And you know, seeing us now look like men, it's great. It warms my heart.
So before, again, we get back to brackets, I did want to ask you too, because Organic said the same thing, like, I'm always there, I'm always there. And I know, like, for a long time, you haven't been, I'm always there, I'm always there. But getting to watch the last one, just kind of chilling and kicking back and watching it, and probably not being as critical as Organic, did you find that, like, preferable? Like, did you enjoy kind of just getting to watch it, or do you prefer being there and, like, being part of it?
I would say I enjoy just watching it from home, but honestly, sometimes, you know, when you're watching an event and you see something dope happen, you're like, damn, I wish I was there for that. I think that if I had it my way, I'd get a big, like, lazy boy, reclinable love seat and have it installed in the venue, and I'd just sit back there with, like, a friend of choice and just recline back and watch the battles from the corner. You know, that's my preferred way to do it, but, you know, it can't work out like that right now.
One more in-person question though. We know, or I don't know who noticed. I noticed when Ice-T was there. In the first battle, like maybe one person was wearing a mask. After that, everybody, not only like wearing it, but like Poison Pen was wearing it.
Yeah.
Was that is that when Ice-T got there? I mean, like I noticed he was Mr. Wear a Mask. Like what was?
Nah, you know what's funny? I actually heard you guys say that. He got there before it started. He was there like a half hour before it started. But what happened was, I think we have a group chat during the event where we all communicate, and somebody was like, "Yo, like, if you look at the screen, Drect was the only person with his mask on," and I was like, "Oh shit!" And I was like, I wasn't like, obviously, you know, from a viewership standpoint, that probably looked weird as hell to you guys. Like, do you guys want COVID? But another thing, I was like, yeah, man, like we can't have that shit going on. So me and Penn kind of talked about it, and he just yelled at everybody and told them to put their masks on. And then just like, you know, some type of army routine, everybody just raised up their mask at the same time, and nobody questioned it because we all knew that we don't want COVID. So it was cool. But it actually wasn't because of Ice-T.
Yeah, no, that's when Amy brought that up. I was like, that I thought she nailed it. I'm like, yo, that makes so much sense. And as much as I don't know obviously what Penn's connection to Ice-T is. I'm assuming he didn't go through a management company and everything else, but Ice-T is still, a certain stature of celebrity where it might be like, hey, this is part of your deal now. If you're going to do a public appearance like this, you have to wear a mask. Or not you, but the people around you.
Cool.
I mean, it's
Penn,
difficult for him.
I don't even know how, but Penn has like chilled with everybody and had like, I remember he was like with like Ed Sheeran and Taylor Swift randomly one time, just like yeah, he just him and Immortal Technique like travel the world and chill with everyone. So like,
that must have been at the JCPenney.
He knows everybody personally. So yeah, so he was like, I'm gonna call Ice-T right now. And then he was like, yeah, I said he's coming. I was like, what? How do you know Ice-T? He's like, don't worry about it. I just know Ice-T. So yeah, Ice-T rolled up in his like bright blue Bentley, parked on the curb, got out, and was just like,
I'm here.
What's up? I'm here to see these battles. It was no like weird manager or anything. He was just like everybody else. Him and Technique sat in the corner and watched the whole thing. And I got to chop it. I mean, I've known Technique for years, but I got to chop it up with both of them in the corner. They were asking me a bunch of questions and stuff like that. So it was really cool.
Holy shit. Damn. Yeah, and you've known Penn for forever. So for him to just stunt on you like that, like, Ice-T's coming. Like, you know what I mean? Known him for years, and you don't even know of any connection with him and Ice-T.
He told me, like, maybe a week before. But I was like, he was like, it's a long shot. So I was like, maybe you met him somewhere and he picked up the phone and
he retweeted one of your tweets once.
Right.
Yeah, so I was like, yeah, he's a cool guy. He picked up the phone. And then like a day or two before, he was like, Ice is really coming. And I was like, oh, shit. And that's what was dope. And that was dope about, we had DJ Kid Capri judge that one too.
That was super cool.
I met him at like Gnome 3 or something like that. And he was like, call me anytime. Every time I call him, he picks up on the first ring. So I called him for this. He actually changed his schedule around the judge.
Wow.
So yeah, that was dope as hell,
Holy shit.
And I mean, that wasn't bad judging, but like that whole first few moments of judging from home, technical errors, and it wasn't even just him, was just like so cringy because they couldn't get the stream right because they couldn't figure out what was going on with him, and then the other one was muted, and that was a moment. But yeah,
it's funny. I didn't know till later. So after people were like commenting on it, but yeah, I think that, I mean, hey, like I said, I knew there was going to be errors, and that's something new that we implemented for the first time on the Atlanta one. But I know the Atlanta judges had a lot of time to test. I don't know with Kid Capri moving his schedule around and a bunch of other stuff. Maybe they didn't have as much test time, or maybe he just hit something. I don't know. But yeah, good. Thank God we worked it out, and I think Avocado did a good job hitting the commercial button within a decent amount of time, and they weren't just there for 10 minutes. With no audio.
J Pro, I think it was. I'm almost positive that on Sunday he tweeted during the North Division.
I know what you're gonna say.
Mom spaghetti. You see that bullshit? What?
Come on!
Shit was that?
I DM'd him right away and was like, "Are you there?"
You want to know what's funny? You guys have to ask J Pro. Get J Pro on the show, because honestly, I almost went to that event, but like I had some stuff to do, and I was like, let me stay home because it'll be easier for me. As soon as he tweeted that, I was about to just book my own flight. I'm like, oh my God. Are you fucking serious? Oh my God. I immediately called Quest McCody, and he was like, I don't know. You know what I mean? And I was like, oh my God, please. Like, if I had seen, if the stream started and I saw him in the background, I probably would have got on a flight and like made it there with 5 minutes just to see like time get called the winner. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, the second I saw that, I started texting somebody that was there, and I was like, I don't give a shit what you know or don't know. If there's an NDA or nothing else, you don't at least send me a picture, you're dead to me. And he was like, I have no idea what that even means. There are like 20 people here. None of them are him. So I don't know about that tweet.
I was watching.
I don't know. When I
Go ahead,
first saw it, I thought maybe he's like hinting at like an extra that was in the background of one of the scenes was going to be there, which is probably true. But, Marv was there. So maybe,
well, but also so many battle rappers have used Mom Spaghetti lines. So I was like, oh, maybe he's talking about somebody who's there with somebody who battles.
Maybe he was hinting at a choke.
Oh, I wonder what time that tweet came out compared.
I think that was No, I don't think so, man.
No, he wasn't. I'm just talking shit. I don't know what the hell. Maybe he was drunk or something. I don't know.
I was watching Restore Order, Swave Seven's show, and I think it was him on the show said that he spoke to someone, maybe even you, about where the venue was in Detroit, and they said it was in the hood. Was it? Do you know where the venue was?
I know the general. Like, I'm not from Detroit, so I don't necessarily know. But I know maybe it was Detroit as a whole. The city of Detroit as a whole has gone through some things. Yeah. So I don't know.
Where's not a ghetto in Detroit?
I don't know what the best location to do would have been. Like last time I went to Detroit, they really didn't even have a downtown.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So I know everyone that used to live in the city of Detroit lives outside of Detroit. So yeah, and this was in Detroit. So I don't know, but hey, it gave some type of authenticity, and everybody made it out safe.
Maybe they were recording at St. Andrews Hall, and that was Mom Spaghetti.
As soon as I heard that watching Restore Order yesterday, I thought right away, fucking Sharon in the absolute slums of Detroit. Fuck, he doesn't stand out at all. Joey can kind of get away with it. What's up?
You guys don't understand. Sharon has been everywhere in like every hood across America, battle rapping without a goddamn care in his life. Like Sharon's a man. Like where he battled Tay-Rock and how that environment was, he was completely unfazed. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And that one sticks out to me. But he's like, he slapped off K-Shine's hat, man. He doesn't care. He's about it. You know what I mean? Wherever there's drama, Sharon's gonna be there rapping and rebuttaling. So.
How do you feel about his performance last Sunday? How do you feel about him doing his thing last Sunday?
He killed it. He killed it. I think I tweeted last night. Him and Clone, I think, have the body bags of the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
So
looking ahead to round 2, this Sunday, Disaster vs. Thesaurus. If that was on a single one card event, like one night event, not a tournament type thing, it would definitely be main event. I don't know what would trump that. You know what I mean? Like, what would be bigger than that? And it's not getting the attention and love you'd think it would. I mean, some people are talking about it, but not like I think it would be if it was, a World Dom or a Blackout and they were main eventing, because that's a huge.
I disagree. The fans definitely are, but you can't promote a rematch or the two old heads above and beyond everybody else in the tournament as the promoter.
I'm just saying people in general. Like, it's not even getting talked about as much as I think it usually.
Really?
Like, it typically would if it was main evented.
There's a thread on Facebook.
Well, it's funny. Gannick just dropped the flyer today with like both their faces on it, and I think it picked up a little bit today.
Yeah, I've seen tons of people talking about it.
That's going to be insane.
It's a new division every week. So now that this whole week we're going to be talking about the West Coast, you should see it pick up a lot more. And I think they're probably going to end up. I think once that face-off comes out, like that whole night before, leading up to the battle, I think people are really going to talk about it, because I can't see them not arguing in the face-off. I know how Source feels, and I know how Diz feels, and they're definitely going to put on a show, and that probably will be the best face-off that we've had thus far.
Wait, do you follow both of them enough current day to have an opinion on how much of this you think may or may not be conspiracy theory, government, election, COVID, deep state, etc.? Because they are polar opposites on that shit and very vocal about it, both of them.
I feel like it has to be said. You know what I mean? Because I feel like sometimes there's obvious angles that will bring them up, and I think both of them will probably be like Disaster will probably have the rebuttal, and Thesaurus will probably bring it up. I'm interested to see what if Thesaurus does say something about it, what he says, because Frack brought it up a little bit, and I felt like it was effective, but he didn't like make whole rounds about it. He didn't spend a whole bunch of time on it. He dipped in it, had a piece of paper with a chart, and then got out. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And if Thesaurus speaks on it the way he actually feels about it, Thesaurus is going to be Frack times 10 million if he goes that route.
Yeah, and I'm like, see, the crazy thing about Thesaurus and Disaster is this, right? Like, as many times people want to come up with battle rap Illuminati things, like, the people behind the scenes running this tournament, like, we're doing everything we can to make sure it's fairly judged. So it's like, from my perspective, I don't want people feeling like, oh, I can't vote for Disaster because of what happened last week. It's a new week, start everything all over, and you go from there. But I do think Disaster is at a slight disadvantage because subconsciously, not even just the judges, the fans at home, might just be rooting against him. Like he's become the bad guy. He didn't even really try to do it this time. You know what I'm saying? So he's fighting against that bad guy image. But I mean, if there's anyone that can embrace,
but I think he embraces the bad guy image a lot of the time, though. I think he tries to create it for himself sometimes when it's not even there.
He definitely does, but I think this time he didn't try to. You know what I mean? And I think just because it's judged, like, I'm just interested to see how it goes, just like you guys are. Like, I think if it's close, I'm wondering what the judges will say.
Do you know who the judges are going to be for the West?
I've gotten wind of it, but it's not 100%. As far as I know, it's not 100% solidified yet. They should probably release it in a couple days. But I know they were going back and forth on who they want because they really want to get this one right. I mean, we all want to get it right, but you know, it's going to be a huge improvement over the first West one. Yeah, but you know that the West feels a little bit more pressure because how the first event went or how the Frack and this battle went. So they're going above and beyond to make sure everything is right this week.
Okay, so assuming everything is right this week and all the weeks moving forward, you can start with the South because why wouldn't you? But who do you see in this next round? Who do you see? Not who do you want to see, but just who do you feel like you're going to see coming out of each division?
Well, it's hard to answer, right? So I feel like a lot of people, if you just look at what most bloggers or fans are saying, I think that everyone.
No, what do you think? We know what everybody else thinks. We know everybody else goes.
The first Dana White battle rap is not going to give you the things you're looking for.
No, because all the bloggers are saying Disaster. I don't care about Satan Active. I don't care about Hayes and Clone. Chef Trez. Ice. Jay Murda. Sharon. I don't care about City. That's what they're saying. What are you saying?
I can zoom through this for you, right? One thing that you guys have to realize is that, of course, like I've blogged before, I have an opinion. You know what I'm saying? Secretly, unbeknownst to most, I might actually have an opinion on who might win these battles. But like, I think the competition part of it really changed. Like, I think I knew my guys were gonna do good, but like, I couldn't have known Clone was gonna do that good. I couldn't have known that So Severe and Scotty would go like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, I didn't know that So Severe and Scotty would be that close. You know what I mean? And I'm a big fan of both of them, but I'm a fan of Scotty's like charisma and his persona, his personality. It really shines through his bars, right? But I didn't know how it would be judged going up against So Severe's aggressive punchline style. So when I look at So Severe and Trez, I'm like, Trez with the whole three of them thing, he has the same advantage that Sharon has, because at any moment he could say something and just win the battle and make that the most memorable thing. But So Severe, I only really expect him to improve off of last week. And he did a good job. I mean, not of round one. He did a good job round one. But, like, I don't – like, it's hard because you got to think, Chef Trez is really laid back and calm, right? He doesn't really scream too much, and Sosavere is really loud. Even though somebody might say, "Oh, Chef Trez is gonna win," you know what I mean? I can't say that because it might live. We're talking about live off of just a judge looking at this and having to determine who won 5 minutes after the battle ends, right? Like, Sosavere being that loud and aggressive might be a super advantage. Like, I honestly don't know how to call it. Like, I can't predict. Maybe Chef will get louder. Maybe he'll have, like, I don't know. I would
Maybe Xavier gets quieter.
On this shit. Yeah, I know. He might come with a different strategy. Like, I don't know. I will say this, though. I think that Hayes and Clone might be the battle of the tournament.
Agreed.
I was gonna say I'm looking forward to that one. I don't know if anybody was gonna agree with me. That's I guess that's not so surprising, eh? But I am looking forward to that one.
Right there. Right, Hayes fucking showed out against Bricks, and the Bricks did a great job. Hayes just came with a different energy, a different. You know, it's like he reminds you of this Saya Boy guy from back in the day, but he's different, right?
Yeah, but I thought Gage was going to be a big sleeper, and here we are. So, but I definitely, of the next round, I think that's going to be the one I think that's going to be the Frackin' Diz that everybody's talking about in 2 weeks afterwards.
But in a good way.
I don't, it's hard. Like, when I honestly sit down and try to say, all right, who's going to win between Clone and Mr. Family Man? Like, I don't, just from knowing how much they're just preparing for this moment and how locked in they are, just from a behind the scenes standpoint, like, oh my God, like, I can't wait to see that. Like, they got me excited. And like I said, I think that's going to be another face-off where you guys are going to leave like, God damn, I can't wait to see that battle tomorrow. It's hard. I'm not, like, you guys ain't gonna get me to predict none of these battles because I can see, like, round one was easy. If you asked me round one, maybe I would have slipped up and predicted something. But round two is way harder because I feel like everybody gets to fix what they did wrong with round. Like, all these guys won for a reason, right? So obviously the competition gets more fierce. Yeah, I don't know, man. You know, another battle I really want to see is Excel versus Head.
Yes.
Because you know they were supposed to battle, it didn't go down for whatever reason. I know Excel kind of got the chip on his shoulder about that. He can't wait to battle Ice, and like I think, and this is what I'm saying. It's hard. Like, even if someone were to say like, oh, I think Head Ice is going to beat Excel. He's better than Excel. You're putting Excel in a position where not only is there more money than he ever got to paid for a battle on the line, he actually feels some type of way heading into the Head Ice battle because they haven't battled before. So you're probably going to see him be more loud, more aggressive, you know, performing more than he has in the past. Like, I think these are the things that, you know, create all these small variables that make it like, damn, I really don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean,
you know,
absolutely agree. Well, and the thing is, too, is that you also get this, like, to go back to an MMA thing we say all the time, styles make fights, right? And I'm kind of on the fence on how I feel about that as it applies to battle rap, but I feel like Marvin Sharon is a way to illustrate that. And that's one of those battles that hurts my heart. I don't want to see that one go down. I want them both to move on, but I feel like that's going to be like when you have a judging rubric, I feel like Marv has to, and I love Marv, but I feel like Marv has to show out to even, you know, come close to like decisively beating Sharon.
This is the funny thing about Marv, right? We all remember and love WRC Marv, right? So there's a pre-WRC Marv. I don't know if you guys remember the Detroit who won the battles where Marv battled him. He wasn't funny at all. Super. Right? Then he became funny and jump off because he felt like that was his best chance to win. You know what I'm saying? So he did that. You know what I mean? Now we've seen like a kind of hybrid, more relaxed Marv, like ever since the from Grind Time through Smack and everything like that, with the pinnacle of it probably being that 2-on-2 him and Quest did, right? And Marv is someone who just relaxed and chilling and it's battle. It's not that big of a deal. But because of the money being on the line, I felt like round one, you saw Marv trying to show how lyrical he could be and really trying to push his penmanship, right? I think round two, now I don't know, I didn't ask him, but in order to beat Sharon, I feel like Marv would have to go back into his WRC bag, because Funny Marv is like an immortal. Like he can't be killed. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That like I can only imagine. Like if he says funny shit to Sharon, I don't know if Sharon will have a response. And now Sharon is, like he's in this like locked in. I have a bunch of punchlines back to back in a row. He's super locked in right now. You know what I'm saying? And obviously the rebuttals are crazy, but Marv has like this special weird superpower that not that many battlers have. It's just about whether or not he chooses to use it.
Mm-hmm.
You know
that's
I mean?
exactly what I've said. That's what I've said from the beginning. Sharon, he'll outbar him, outpunch him, this and that. But if you get fucking clowned that bad the way Marv can do it to you, if Marv is in his element, you're fucked. You know what I mean? It's just something you can't recover from because everyone is literally pointing and laughing at you for 3 rounds, right? So it's
right.
Depending on what the judges are looking for again, but Marv has that special ability. Pat Stay's another one who's good at it. He can't be as humorous as Marv, I don't think, but Pat's really good at clowning someone. Like look when Pat battled Arcane. I mean, right from Arcane, that's a hard name. That was, you know what I mean? It's like, oh shit, like you know how he got
that's
here?
Classic.
Car chase, right? It's just he's just clowning them, and everyone is pointing and laughing at you. And if that's what the judges are looking for on that specific day. Yeah, and Marv can mix it up too. It's not just going to be, you know what I mean, a mockery of it all. That's a tough one. I've thought from the beginning, since before they even match just the rosters, but no matchups were announced. If Marv and Sharon meet each other, those two could beat each other on any given day. Just depends on how they show up.
I do, just to not really change the subject, but just to go somewhere else real quick. So just in case you guys didn't know, I'll let you know this now. Mind you, every round, I mean, the whole first round, we had 4 battles on the card.
Yeah.
The whole second round, there will be 4 battles on the card.
I was about to ask you about that because I know about the 2 that are coming up this Sunday.
I was going to ask what you bringing to fill in the time.
Any insight on further ones? Are the captains responsible for picking anyone for, any of this? Like, do you have any input on this? What do you got to say?
Yeah, all the captains, all the captains.
And who's bringing Frack back?
I think. All right, I will tell you this. I don't think we're not gonna bring back people super fast, but I think people that you want to see might be brought back before the end of the tournament.
Oh, okay.
I can tell you that, but we're not gonna like play anybody out and have them just battling every week. But
all right.
I think you'll see a lot of people that were vocally upset that they weren't in the tournament getting a chance to jump in these extra battles throughout the tournament and get a chance to say why or to make their claim state their claim as to why they should have been in the tournament. And I think that's going to be interesting in itself.
And I know it's not going to be Ness, but I wish it would be Ness, but go on.
This week's Dre Vicious versus Dot Everything and the Kid Clutch versus TK. Is that still what's on deck?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Right on. Is that why the Ill Will battle that they threw in there? It was either last Sunday or the Sunday before. I think it was after the East Division. What was that all about? Was that something that was already planned to go in there? Or is that just time filler? Because I know Avo was saying on My Expert Opinion, they have a contractual deal with Twitch where they have to fill at least 3 hours of airtime.
Yeah,
so
that's why I was laughing, like when I was listening to a lot of people being like, "Why it doesn't need to be this long?" I was like, I thought it announced.
No, but it does.
But I was like, yeah, we have to fill up 3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what the Ill Will battle was about. They said, okay, what's a creative way that everybody will enjoy us filling up this time? I thought it was dope.
That one was a good choice.
That was a good battle too. That was fun.
Yeah, there were a lot of people happy about that one.
I love Ill Will. He's hilarious, man. Him and Ilmac battle from Mass last year, year before, whatever. That I love that
Oh yeah,
battle.
great.
Yeah, that's a very good battle. All right, well now we're moving on to other battles, and all kinds of things. Anything else we need to touch on before we get out of here? Round 1 recap. I think it's safe to say you'll be back for a round 2 recap, correct?
Yeah. Well, let me guys ask you this, right?
Yeah.
Have you guys filled out your brackets?
What, like predictions?
Yeah, like
No.
have you
I
filled out
know.
like
Hey,
March Madness style?
whoa. Have you filled out your bracket?
No, but I was asking. No, I haven't. But I was asking. A bunch of people today. I didn't
Okay.
fill
Is
it
that
out.
is that something people are getting into, like the fans and stuff? Have you noticed that they're trying to fill out their brackets almost like an NCAA tournament?
We were trying to get them to.
Oh,
But
okay,
I don't
okay.
think too many people. I've seen a couple people just like scribbled in some names on their phone, but I think
Who's in
Russ
charge
doesn't
of
do it
social
this
media
week.
for this? Do you know?
I don't know.
Because
You mean
I
from
can
the
help-
from the actual King of the Dot page?
Yes, because I can help some motherfuckers encourage people to fill out brackets because they ain't nobody.
Oh,
They're
he's
right.
offering her services.
I'm just saying.
Hey, listen. I have your social media. I will throw your name in the pot, and we'll do a whole promo run. We'll get it
Dude,
cracking
I
this
spent 10 years doing this shit. I can help people get this shit filled out. Come on now.
week. All right, cool. Yeah, I'm with
She
it.
gets some sort of.
And,
She's like she gets some sort of betting going, man.
I'm trying to bet Amy on Severe versus Trez. She's got Trez. I got Severe.
Kill
She
yourself. I
won't
don't
take the bet
bet.
though.
Fuck off. Jesus Christ.
She won't take the bet.
Yeah.
Oh,
What's up? What's up? She's scared to put the money up.
yeah, man, she's afraid. I even said we won't make it about money. We can make it about something else. She's
Scared
afraid.
money don't make no money.
Exactly. She forgets the way King of the Dot started. Put your money where your mouth is, right?
Yeah, no, I hear your big.
Think that it's hot. Put your shit on the spot.
Oh, wait, hold up, though. Other than you, Drect, because I don't know what you're getting paid. Kirill, what are you getting paid to do this? Oh, nothing. Jason, what are you getting? Oh, wait, nothing. Weird.
I get a percentage of all funds that are brought in.
Which is nothing. So y'all can fuck right off all the way anyway. But to harken back to our MMA days, I don't get that deal. But like just like MMA, we've talked about this with Real Deal, with this, all the shit. There's the favorites and there's the expectations, but this shit can go either way any day. So like I was saying with like So Severe, when I was like, if it goes like it went this night based on these performances, here's what will happen next time. But who the fuck knows what's going to happen next time?
Mm-hmm.
That's why you bet and put your money where your mouth is, right?
You notice, I've noticed that you guys ask every guest if they watch MMA except for me. I'm low-key offended by that.
Absolutely not, because did I not ask you if you were the fucking Dana White of MMA?
Nah.
Oh, I didn't do that. I must have dreamed that fucking show. Okay, all right.
Oh, what, you want to talk some MMA, Drect? You want to talk? You a fan? What you want to talk about? You want to talk about upcoming fights?
We can say this, right? So I didn't really watch that much until.
Oh, look at the shit talker. Okay.
No, I'm about to tell you. Listen. Until Anderson Silva broke his leg, right? That was
Oh, he's a new guy. Okay. I'm sorry, dude. I gotta give you shit. If we did not know you liked MMA, I would not have fucking asked you the Dana White question. And I have asked multiple people if they think you're the Dana White of MMA, and I must tell you, if you've not heard all of them are like, yes.
Every single person she's asked has said yes.
You can't hang up on me to get away from the truth. All right.
Oh no. I was basically just saying that Michael Venom Page was one of my favorites, and then he Douglas Lima.
Douglas Lima's my boy. I've been friends with Douglas for years, man.
He destroyed his face with that one leg grab and uppercut thing. No, it wasn't a leg grab. It was Michael Venom Page. He missed and he was on the ground and he tried to
he got
jump out the way and Douglas Lima just knocked
Douglas Lima's
out.
a beast. Has been for a very long time. I got lucky to get connected with him when he was in MFC out of Edmonton, Alberta, and he was just on the come up. And that was when I first started interviewing him, and he was super cool with me. And he was so young in his career, where he's at that stage where it's like, oh my God, I can't believe somebody wants to talk to me, right? So we developed that relationship over the years. Yeah, man, that kid's a beast. That kid's a beast. MVP had no business being there with Douglas Lima. Not in an MMA cage, I don't think, man. But MVP is fun. It's fuck to watch.
I do like.
You have to send Drect the Forest link. You have to send him that tweet.
Send him what?
There's a what link?
The Forrest Griffin. Come on, man.
Oh, the thing I sent you earlier. Yeah. I'll send it to him after the show. It's hilarious. It's an old video of Forrest Griffin. But anyway, what were you gonna say, D?
I think my favorite right now is probably Israel Adesanya.
You're a big fan?
It's kind of crazy. Yeah, and what's this dude? Maybe you guys can help me out on this. There's
I'm
a
an
dude.
MMA fan, though.
What is his name? His name's like Crazy Horse or something like that.
Oh, Charles Bennett, black dude from way back in the day.
Yeah, and he claimed that he beat up like Wanderlei Silva.
Wanderlei Silva backstage.
Like,
yeah.
Oh,
there's video about that shit, but the video cuts off when they start tagging. So we don't know the story. We don't know if Shudo Box jumped in and fucked up Crazy Horse, or if he actually beat up Wanderlei. But yeah, there's a video of the start of that scuffle backstage. I think that was at Pride.
He did not
Horse
beat up
is the
Wanderlei.
funniest dude ever to me. I wish Crazy Horse existed in this era right now, so we could all see him.
His crazy ass is still fighting. He has a fight coming up, and I don't know where. He goes by Felony now instead of Crazy Horse.
Oh, good. Amazing.
He must be old as shit.
Yeah, still insane as fuck too, man. But
wait,
he's
Drect.
entertaining.
I feel like you have to be a Wonder Boy fan.
Yeah. He's not my favorite, but I do like him though. He's had some pretty incredible KOs.
I mean, he's sweet on the technical shit for sure.
Yeah, I like him, but I think what's so funny is that I really got into it around the time John Jones, before he got busted again for the 65th time. I was super into it. You know what I mean?
I mean, thank you for saying it. Yes, I know what you mean.
I mean, do y'all feel like? I know I'm going super off topic, but do y'all feel like he's the GOAT, or you feel like you can't call him the GOAT because of all the controversy?
No. Look, for me at least, and I just like ran into this conversation so nobody else could answer first. He is one of those people, to me, like Rhonda, like Connor, like Adele's music, where you cannot deny. No, listen, it's the same shit. Taylor Swift, even not Taylor, but Adele is the fight I've had a lot. You cannot deny the talent. Like, there are inarguable arguments. Like, yes, dude, but you can't be the GOAT and do all the other dumb shit he does. Like, you can, sports-wise, athletically, be the GOAT, but you can't be the overall GOAT. Because, I mean, he could have been, and I realize everybody has their fucking jam, right? But he could have been the Randy that wasn't the Randy. Like, he could have been the wrestling, New York guy, young guy, brothers are older, everybody's in the NFL, fucking Mr. America. And of course...
Yeah, he was the man, yeah.
Right. And of course, all the yes men around him wouldn't allow him to check himself for 30 fucking seconds. So yes, he is an athletic GOAT for sure, but an overall GOAT, nah.
I will say this, when I saw his toe after Chael Sonnen.
Chael Sonnen?
And the fact that he first of all, he got his arm hyperextended.
Vitor fight,
didn't give up, still won. Then I saw his toe come off sideways, and I was just like, "Oh my God, this guy's the GOAT." But yeah, because of the drugs, drug abuse, fuck it.
See,
but who's you guys GOAT?
See, well, for me, real quick on John, right? Like inside the cage, fucking just incredible. Outside of the cage, I don't give a fuck. He's bagging strippers in his Bentley and sniffing coke. Good for you, man. Then he fucking
enjoy your money, right?
He signs up for a certain date at a certain time to punch people in the fucking face or get punched in the face. He sniffs coke and fucks strippers. Wow, shocking, right? Like he's a wild dude. Not saying they're all like that. He's a wild fucking dude, though, right?
You gotta
But
think about it, right?
The hit and run when he hit that pregnant woman, broke her arm, took off, and everything. Like obviously he didn't know she was pregnant, but that's the one that for me that sticks out. Like, man, that's a scumbag fucking move. I don't care if you were drinking and driving or not. I give a fuck. John Jones smoking fucking blunts and fucking doing rails and banging strippers. Fucking have at her, man. Who gives a shit? But right. Goat for me. And even though he's had some failed fucking drug tests and this and that over the years, Anderson Silva has definitely brought me the most joy in modern era MMA. But really looking into like, you know, martial arts and the respect and honor, and plus a guy who's a fucking savage. Boss Rutan is the fucking end all.
Come on, man.
Always will be. Always. Who you got, Amy? Colby Covington?
Oh, you. Wow, dude. You know how much I love Colby. No, I mean, if you're going to give me an ultimatum, I cannot give you one, but I would say that though I've never in my life been an Anderson fan, I think he deserves to be on the list. I also think that about GSP. I think that about Mighty Mouse. And I do think that about John. And there is literally one person on that list I actually like. So that's my objective.
Who, Mighty Mouse?
Yeah.
Mighty Mouse is like the nicest person ever. But that's irrelevant when you're just talking about skills. But you know, as far as like, you know, there's a lot to be said for weight class and all that stuff, because the higher, you know, the heavier weight classes do get a lot more shine. And so Mighty Mouse got the shaft for a long time, in my opinion. But, you know, GSP, again, not a big fan, but in my opinion, a GOAT. Anderson, same thing, not a fan at all, a GOAT. You know, John Jones, yeah. Rhonda, sure, add her on there. Also not a fan. But I think that you have like a top 5 when you talk about the best of the best.
I think Amanda is gonna go down. I don't
for sure.
Yes.
I can't believe.
I don't know if I can see anybody beating her.
Nope. God no.
I can't believe nobody mentioned Khabib coming up to that bar.
He ain't that yet.
He's going there though.
I think he will be. Yeah.
He needs one or two more.
Shocking. The fucking Russian brought up the Dagestani guy, eh?
No, you know what? I think he will be, but he's not in that spot right now.
Yeah,
but talking old time, you know what I mean? My personal preference. I used to love watch Rampage fight.
Rampage, yeah.
He's not a GOAT though.
He's not a GOAT.
No,
but I get your excitement.
I'm talking about personal preference though.
Oh,
I used to love that see that motherfucker swing it out. He used to go crazy.
Dude, that motherfucker is one of the funniest humans you could ever spend time with in your life.
Yep.
Not in the ring.
No.
No.
Yo, Drect, you remember?
I don't. You know,
go ahead. Oh, okay. You remember Randy Couture? You know who that is?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know who Ron Frazier is, by any chance?
No.
Okay.
I don't know Ron Frazier.
He was Randy's striking coach. I don't know if you ever remember before, but if you go look up Randy Couture pictures, you'll see a black dude with a do-rag behind him all the time. That's Ron Frazier. We just had him on.
I'm looking right now.
We just had him on like 6 days ago.
Do it.
Yeah,
Stop.
man.
You are not looking right now.
Yeah,
Did he have a do-rag? Did he have a do-rag on when you guys interviewed him? Did you like confirm it?
I mean,
probably.
no, we didn't. We did not confirm it, but yes, he did.
Probably.
No, dude, like you would fucking love Ron. You would legit love Ron.
Yeah, man. He's super cool, man, and just hilarious. But
he didn't hold back, man. That's for sure. He named some names and he did not give a fuck.
Yeah. Oh, actually, we didn't even bring it up. He brought up John Jones, and he was like, you know what, John Jones, he's a bitch. And I was like, oh man, you're going everywhere today. It was funny too.
Wow.
Amy asked him if he's a fan of battle rap because Severe was on the show before that, and Severe, you know, is a huge fan of combat sports,
Right.
and is a practitioner in certain martial arts. So she asked him about it, and then she asked Ron about, is he a fan of battle rap, right? To see if there could be a correlation there. And Ron was like, oh, yeah. And she's like, have you seen the King of the Dot Grand Prix tournament? I have not checked that out yet, but I'm going to have to go back and watch some of it. I was like, this guy's no clue what we're talking about. He's just trying to be nice.
You know what's weird though, and like I'm gonna pose this question to both Drect and Jason and Kirill. I'm not even gonna say is it obvious, because at least to us it is obvious. But why? Why do you feel there is this overlap with maybe not all combat sports, but at least boxing and MMA and battle rap? Like, what is the common denominator? Because not all battle rap fans are MMA fans. Not all MMA fans are fans of battle rap or even aware of it. But like, what is it? The competitive edge? What is it?
It's just that it's a raw art form, right? It's competitive, but it's raw art and talent at its finest. Like, when you see some of these battles, it's just like it's hip hop, it's talent, and it's art in its purest form. And sometimes we look at martial arts and combat sports like that. Like, boxing used to be like that before it was all this cheating. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like when you watch, what's a good fight that I can give you? Hold on, let me impress you with some fight knowledge here. Let me think.
As he Googles best UFC fights of ever. Let me show you my knowledge.
No, he's about to be like
no,
Griffith, John Jones, Frankie Edgar.
Okay.
Let me know how long I gotta go on.
No, you know who actually one of my favorite fighters was? Dominic Cruz.
You would.
Oh, you would. Yeah.
I did really like Dominic Cruz. And didn't he fight the little guy? Dillashaw, right?
Dillashaw? How many times do you just snap your fingers?
Like 2.5. That's how you Yeah, I used to be a big Dominic Cruz fan. There was one, I don't know if it was a Dillashaw fight, but there was one fight that he had that I was just like mesmerized by.
Oh, but lots of good fights, man. It's not. I mean, you're not wrong in saying that you really like Dominic Cruz. Being so deep into it, right? Like, there's nothing you can say where you, like, back to like relating it to battle rap, right? Somebody might be able to spit the dopest shit, but it's not what you're looking for, right? And that's kind of how Dominic was for me. Watching him in the cage was amazing, and what was even more amazing is watching his opponents try to figure him out. And when they could figure him out, like Cody Garbrandt, the way he figured it out, he was friggin' breakdancing and shit, doing the snake and stuff in the cage, ducking his punches. That was insane, because
that was the one.
Nobody ever treated Dom that way.
Nobody thought Cody was gonna beat him, right?
Yeah. Nobody ever treated Dom that way, man. But you can't knock Dom. He's a champion. He's had 3 ACL surgeries on the same knee and 2 MCL surgeries on the same fucking knee, and still competing.
Yeah.
Most people are done after one. His resilience is amazing. He's
I can speak on that big time, but yeah.
No knees Barton over here.
That's hilarious. But
that shit's not hilarious, but
they're speaking. Are they speaking from real physical proof are they actually speaking about your knees, or was that a joke?
Oh no, her knees. Yeah, her knees are fucked. She's got one that just gets up.
Oh no, that was fucked up, man. Why'd you say that?
Right, no, you don't know.
Can you? I can only imagine how you and Penn talk to each other. When you're friends for a certain amount of time, you can say whatever the hell you want to each other.
Listen, man. No knees Penn is where I draw the line.
See, I'm on team you again. You don't know the surgeries I've been through, but go on.
But what I was saying was that to get back to like the whole drawing the parallel, I think when you guys watch a really good battle, don't you feel like you just watched a really good fight?
Yes.
Like sometimes people even use that term. Like I've seen people sweating and looking like they.
When Carter was failing, my girl was sitting beside me telling him that she feels like it's bullying. She feels like the white guy's getting beat up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. We all felt bad, but I think they'll put him. They'll give him.
Bro, she tripped out. She had an anxiety attack. She's just like, "This is bad. Turn it off."
I mean, he did too. So.
Yeah, no shit.
He's all right now, but.
He's
all right now. You know what I mean?
Oh, I mean, it's a funny moment. But you were just saying you're trying to draw a parallel, right? And I'm telling you, she thought he was getting beat up.
Yeah, Kirill's watching that battle, had that round on at home, and his girl was watching with him. He told me right afterwards his girlfriend tripped out because she doesn't watch battle rap, right? So he's like, "Yo, check this out." And Clone was doing that to Carter, and she was like, "This isn't fun for me."
Yo, you guys should write a. We should do this with basketball players. You should do like an article or do a show where you compare like battle rappers to mixed martial artists, and like compare like this battle was like this fight. I think that would be super interesting.
Yeah. That could be, but I mean, it's happened so many times over the years, especially when Sharon and I used to host a show. I used to find reasons. Sharon and I are doing an MMA show, and I would find any fucking reason possible to have a battler on. Like, I had so many fucking battlers on that show, and some of them are like, they're like, yeah, I know, I've heard of Chuck Liddell, right? I'm like, yeah, fuck it, you're on then, let's go, right? Like, it's just because I want to talk battle rap. But find that correlation.
I'm telling you guys, Ak is the perfect guy to talk about both. This man knows everything about boxing, MMA, and battle rap. Yeah, he's the man. He knows the shit inside out, and he actually he trains people, all type of shit. Like, he's the man.
What?
I'll let him tell you guys the story.
Yeah, because Ak is definitely. I've already planned for reaching out to him in the future to have him on throughout this tournament. But it's like as it's every week, right? There's certain battlers like, hey, I better get them on because you don't know what's going to happen on Sunday. They might be out, and if they're out, they're probably not going to want to talk about it. I've actually even thought about reaching out to Real Deal because I think he would actually come on after a loss and talk about it. You know what I mean? So
he'll do it. Hit him up. Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah. Most people won't, and
he seemed to took it well though.
Ak is like, it's like we're trying to slide avocado in somewhere. It's like, okay, well, where do we fit them in perfectly? But yeah, he's on the list of potential people. But ever since you just told us, he got moved up. He got moved way up.
I told you, he is the perfect guy. You guys will have a 5-hour conversation. He knows everything. Honestly, I think he could be an announcer for mixed martial arts. Like, he knows more about mixed martial arts than he does about
Stop it.
battle rap.
Stop it.
Yeah,
wait, whoa. You let off with boxing. Do you mean literally like he could be like Joe Rogan or?
Yeah, I think he could.
Stop it. Because I would much rather hear him than Joe, but anyway.
No. But no, I'm dead serious. He knows way more about it than he does battle rap. But also, when you guys do interview him, ask him who his father is.
Okay, I don't even want any hints right now.
I
don't.
Yeah.
Okay, Amy,
yeah,
if
you guys will understand.
Shit, don't tell me.
DM
I don't even know if you can.
DM me when we get
I don't know if you can Google. You can Google who is Ak's dad. You know what I'm saying? Nothing. You won't find them doing that.
No, but you can hit them. Bro, you could tell somebody though afterwards.
I could, or I could force you to ask him.
Look,
exactly.
You don't even want to know what I would ask him. I already hit him up since you've been talking, but
of course she did. Trying to get back to where we were going here, like you explained the similarities or what you think. Well, so many people relate boxing, MMA to battle rap. What I always got from it, and I agree with what you said, how it's that raw form of artistry, right? But what I got from it is, it's like I said earlier about John Jones, like what his career is, signing up for a certain day at a certain time to face someone in a cage. Battle rap is you're signing up for a certain date at a certain time. In fighting terms, right? We've pretty much all in our life been in a fight at one point or another, right? Whether it be high school, junior high, as an adult. I mean, maybe you're 52 years old and your life shit, so you just go around picking fist fights. I don't know, but you've been in a fight. So, right, that shit happens, and it's like there's a heated moment which results in fist flying, right? This is like you're signing up for 4 weeks, 8 weeks, 10 weeks away, whatever the time may be. So you got to deal with that mentally, right? And you're going to have doubts, ups and downs, this and that. And when the time fucking comes and those lights are on, and whether it be a cage with a crowd around it, or a pit with a crowd around it and you're battle rapping, or a stage and a crowd around it, that's what I got from it. It's like verbal combat is what I always found. There was such a correlation to the two of them. The only difference is instead of using your hands, using words. Right, so it's like friggin'. Obviously, it's a different artistic ability and stuff, but same thing. And you can get your fucking soul crushed, and it can hurt as much as getting your face crushed, right? Like it can fucking some of the things that people say, and I'm not talking the rudest of the rudest of the rudest, But especially when somebody starts personally breaking you down and your character down in front of everyone, or like we said before, but a Powder or Marv who can just clown you and everyone is laughing at you. Fuck, you could be 29 years old or some shit. That's gonna take you back to like loser grade 7 days. Like, oh my god, I'm such a geek here, right?
Well, you know what's funny too though. People can't only say that it's words, because until you're in a room and you understand, there's a certain energy in the air.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. The tension is there, and I think there is a physical. There's a part of battle rap for the performers that's taxing. You know what I mean? Have you guys ever seen No Can Do versus Diz?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yo, No Can was shit back in the day, man. He was awesome.
Yeah.
That's right.
There's a round where Diz is like sweating profusely and like bending over, catching his breath because of his performance.
You mean every round? But okay.
No, but that one was like the pinnacle of Diz sweating and catching his breath. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The performance side of it is
we are energy, right? We're all vibrating at a certain level, right? So when you get so many people expecting something in one room, and then two people are ready to fight, literally, you know what I mean? They're fighting with words, but they are fighting. They are there to hurt each other.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's almost like it's almost like a sect or any religious thing that gets together and starts praying, right? You get this fucking energy. It's a sort of it's a cult thing, man. There's a fucking energy in there.
Well, no,
there are cult members, guys.
but that's where I get in my feelings about Diz and Thesaurus, because they are actually longtime friends. So I'm kind of like, what do you believe? What do you think? How serious are you? You know what I mean? Like, it's not really a fight. I mean, it is, because there's 50 straps, but like, it's not really like I want to hurt your feelings and shit. You know what I mean?
At that moment, I'm pretty sure they do.
Some people want to hurt feelings.
Not those two people, is my point.
Yeah.
Well, another thing too, this is fucking way off topic that hasn't came up yet. I thought you were allowed to say a few specific words during the battles on Twitch.
Listen, he said maggot. That's our story, and we're sticking to it.
Okay, all right. That's what he said. That's the same thing I heard, right? I don't want to clear that up for other people. I thought other people heard other words, but I heard maggot as well.
Oh my god, you're okay. You did not hear maggot.
Slogan. His slogan is maggot.
Yeah.
But on the real though, like, was there any kind of like backlash, fine, fucking Zoom call, like something to ask the questions?
No, and if there were, it was maggot anyway, so it didn't really matter.
Exactly.
Yes. And there should be no more maggots though, because we don't even want to tiptoe on the line.
See, I thought that there was another word that you're not allowed to say. As a white person, you're never allowed to say it. But I also thought there was another word that wasn't allowed to be said during the stream and then during the battles. And it seemed like
that's flowing fluently.
Yeah, it seems like it's flowing more fluently since after the West round one. So I didn't know if there was anything on that or if it was just some dumbass.
Hold on. Are you telling me there's a third word?
No.
Maybe in Canada.
This is so difficult, eh?
Is it a third word, or is this like an extension of the maggot thing?
Yeah,
no, the other word. What's the word white people are never allowed to say? Right? I thought that word was allowed.
Nah, you can't say that one. They don't.
But I'm talking the battlers. Like even the black battlers. I'm not talking the white ones. Yeah, you're not allowed to. But
no. As far as I knew, they didn't want any white people saying it because they don't want.
Well, no, obviously not.
Race related incidents on their platform, but they don't care
if
other people say it.
I thought it was not allowed at all.
No, it's just the one word. I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Yeah,
the way it was explained to me is they don't want any like super
racial slurs. Yeah.
Yeah,
we were talking to Hayes about that actually. He's like, well, if someone comes down with a hard ER, he's like, I don't think it matters if they're white or black or like just it's. But yeah,
I mean, if a black guy did that, I'd like it would be weird too.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, but like I said, hearing it more and more, I was like, I thought they weren't. Amy never even talking about this, like not on a show. Like I thought that word wasn't allowed there either by anyone.
Right. They understand, and they also understand that word is it's harder to control. Like someone can say that by accident way easier than they can say maggot. So,
but again, that's all Twitch and not KOTD.
Yeah, Twitch.
Or even KOTD, I'll bet you in a regular event. If a white person said that word, done. And which battlers really use, maggot? Most people don't use the insect word anymore.
That's what we call the insect word. But, yeah, I don't think, to be honest with you, those two rules, like I'd be fine with regular battle rap having those two rules anyway. Like I don't think.
Exactly, it doesn't take
I
away
don't
from
think
creativity.
That should happen anyway. Yeah.
If you need those words to express your point, like what kind of tournament are you in here?
Eminem built a career off a maggot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they took it away.
But you know what though? That's from what I understand, those have been Twitch rules for a long time before the battle rap thing even came up.
No, they are super tight knit. Yeah, they're like, we are not fucking with y'all. Sorry.
Yeah, so it's not a big deal. Whatever, we'll regulate. Yeah. But good thing no one has done either of those things the whole tournament, so we're good, right, guys?
Exactly. Right.
Cool. So look, before we wrap, if you know we have another month and a half, 6 weeks, 2 months, whatever. I'm not asking what you know. I'm asking what you wish. If we have another 1 event, 4 events, 2 events, whatever it is, in each division that has an iced tea, that has a poison pen, just fucking pulling that card, who would you have show up? For you, for Drect, like, would you have a Drake? Would you have an Eminem? Would you have a Ludacris? Like, who would you have show up in each? Like,
Detroit, Eminem and Royce the 5'9", hands down.
Dude, I said Royce, and I was like, please show up. But each bracket, let's go that way. Each bracket, which bracket would you have each person who is like a Drake and I see an Eminem or Royce showing up at?
I'll take for the East Coast. I'll take Jay-Z and Beyonce. That'd be a good one.
What you mean you don't? Oh, you did too. Okay, all right.
For the South, I think y'all hit the nail on the head with Andre Benjamin. Like that's
big facts.
That'd be crazy. Well, we could just say Outkast.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I'd like to see Big Boy with that.
Or you know what? I'll take the whole Dungeon family. How about that?
I was just gonna say that the whole Dungeon family. Severe mentioned something about someone from Dungeon family being at that event in the South.
I know CeeLo really likes battle rap, so who knows?
He just released a song. He said some shit about Calico and Lex and that on their favorite. Yeah. Oh,
shit. Okay.
Yeah, and then LA. LA, that's a. We already had Snoop. Snoop threw an event. We've seen Snoop. Who's someone we haven't seen?
Dr. Dre.
Oh, Jason.
Dre. I feel like there's somebody that should be obvious as hell that I'm missing from the West Coast.
Holograms of Pac.
Puppet with Pac.
I almost said it.
Holograms of Pac and Kobe.
I mean, can you have an Ice Cube versus an Ice T?
Oh, I'll definitely take Ice Cube. You know what? The good thing with Ice Cube is that he's an entrepreneur, so he might come to a battle and get a whole nother business idea that benefits all of us. So I'll take Ice Cube.
Branch it off his little basketball league he's got going on and shit.
Yeah, I'll take Dr. Dre and Ice Cube. Something like.
Who wouldn't?
Like Dre is not even. Come on.
Yeah, Dre would be just like.
Something I always thought would be cool is if we invited a celebrity to a battle event, and this would be perfect because these ones are small and private, that nobody would ever see coming in a million years. Like someone you wouldn't even link with hip hop.
Like who? You're like, let me bring Taylor Swift.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
let me get like
even more than that. John Travolta.
Stop it.
Run, Jeremy.
Ron Jeremy.
oh my
Ron
god,
Jeremy.
he just got locked up for doing some predatorial stuff.
Did he actually?
Oh, for real?
I heard about it. I didn't like double check it and fact check it, but it was like a
Damn.
big story a couple weeks
This
ago.
show is going off the rails. I can't anymore.
Yeah, but anyway, I was gonna say give me Keanu Reeves and Denzel Washington at the next
Oh,
event.
oh,
I think
shit.
that-
Shit.
yeah.
Oh,
Give me-
shit.
Give me Denzel. I'm with you. All right. I don't give a goddamn about anybody else, but Denzel, yes. And Morgan Freeman just to narrate the shit, please.
You want God at a battle? Yeah,
I mean, I'm just saying.
of course. And I'm gonna, you know what? Because of this conversation, I already was gonna try super hard to get somebody you wouldn't expect. Now I'm gonna try to get super hard to get somebody that's
can't.
off the wall to come to the battle.
Oh, he's gonna get like fucking Weird Al. Nah, he's on some like funky Brewster shit right now.
But hopefully Ice-T set the trend, you know what I mean? Hopefully some people are gonna see him showing up, showing love, and they're gonna follow too, you know what I mean? Because Ice-T is not the last person around, you know, so hopefully that's gonna
Yeah, I
bring
know.
some attention to some people to
I'll
come
do
through and show
something.
love too, you know? Because if Ice-T did it, so fuck, why don't you do it?
Yeah. Yo, we
Right,
saw
right.
Drake at KOTD battles. You know, that was a few years back. But we saw Ice-T recently, Technique. Who are some of the people that you actually had back in the day, grind time days and stuff, that were, you know, bigger people started coming out that you didn't even expect would show up? And I don't mean
I know-
necessarily Drake's stature, but like, was there like a Sean Price that showed up even, or like, you know, whoever, right? Because we're very
So do you know this? Yeah, Sean Price was in Team Hami. You guys know that, right?
yeah. Oh, of course.
Yeah. But we had, I think Cormega co-hosted Sway versus Asta. That was crazy.
Mhm.
Oh,
Styles
that's in the heart
P.
right there. Cormega's my
Oh.
favorite rapper of all time.
Don't stop. Yeah, go on. Don't listen.
Styles
To Go on.
Styles P co-hosted an event.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice.
You guys like basketball?
I love basketball. I have my whole life.
I remember when
Hard now.
when Gaddis battled Miss Hustle, we got off the stage and walked around the corner, and Rajon Rondo popped out of nowhere and was like, "Oh my God, this is crazy!" And I always thought, I was like, that was crazy as shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was dope.
Wow.
Yeah, there's been random like NFL, NBA players that have just like been at battle. I'm trying to think. Someone super crazy. Like Snoop was it, but everyone knew that because he threw the event. You know what I'm saying?
Well, of course.
But I will say this: at the Snoop event, I think like all type of people were there. I think Nelly was there. It was like Corrupt. It was like the whole West Coast rap scene was there.
They can't even. Also, Nelly is from St. Louis, so not West Coast. But go on.
Yeah, but they had a Yeah, no. What I'm saying is the West Coast there, but that was the weekend of the BET Awards, so there was just random celebrities in the crowd and on the stage.
Yeah. I feel it.
You know what I mean? So it was like I couldn't even keep track of everybody. But that was definitely the most star-studded event that we've ever been to. That Snoop one. You know what I mean? But yeah, we've had a lot of crazy shit go on, and there was a couple people that were at battles before they got famous, because the YouTube community is kind of like was close knit at one point. So a lot of people would come to battles because there was something popping on YouTube, and they might have been a popping blogger or popping personality, so they would come to battles, and I thought that was super cool at the time. We had a lot of people who were big on like Vine and YouTube and stuff like that pop up that are kind of bigger now.
Vine, are you
You know-
3,000 years old? Really though?
Come on, man. You mean Vine went out of
Don't
style like
fuck
2
with
years
me.
ago?
Don't fuck with me. I was
It was like
social
2 years ago. Battle rap is older than Vine.
Agreed, but it's not what Vine is not listed in any conversation present day. But go on.
No, but some of the Vine guys blew up and then became like YouTube and Instagram guys. I feel like there's one crazy one that I'm not thinking of. I'll think of it later and text it to you guys.
All right. So before we get into this, I said that we're not going to keep you for 90 minutes again, but it's been longer than that.
It's my fault. It's my fault.
No, it's my fault, but we good.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it, but yeah, you're right. You're right.
I'm gonna cuss you straight the fuck out. But go on.
Oh shit! Oh, you guys can argue when we're done. Let's wrap it up for now. Drect, anything else you want to get out here? Let people know where to find you. Anything?
Let us know who you're bringing.
Yeah.
I don't know yet, man. I will. No, I'm not gonna tell you. I'm just gonna let you
Look,
guys
don't
do.
lie to us, Carter.
I just hope I didn't hype it up. I hope I didn't just hype it up just to be like nobody. Like, yo, it's
like
Ak
Mom
again.
Spaghetti.
As long as you bring somebody, it's gonna be good, man. Somebody has to come through and show love. You know what I mean? The more attention we get to this, the better it is, right?
Right, exactly.
He already brought Ak, baby. I'm happy with that. That's his contribution. I like that one.
Yeah,
that's almost as good as Ice-T. Nice. And
Almost,
I have a
right?
feeling Amy's probably already setting up a time and date for later this week with Ak by the sounds of things. All right.
I'm telling you guys, get him.
As long as he's responsive, we will for sure.
Yeah, I haven't reached out to him yet, but yeah, I would think so. Besides, I know a guy. If I can't get to him, I know this other guy. He's been on the show a couple times. He's like the captain or something of the South. He might be able to connect us with him if I can't get him. But
I got you.
all right,
We're done.
So, everyone, tune into Twitch every Sunday. KOTD Grand Prix 2020 going down. This upcoming Sunday will be the West Division, and we got
West
the Source versus. Got the Source versus Disaster, Saint versus Active. Saint's my dark horse in that division, so let's hope he pulls through. For my man Drect, Amy Barton, Kirill Kasatskiy, I'm Jay Kelly. This is the Building Downtown. We out. Peace.
Building downtown.